Okay, I think it's going. Can you hear me, Aly?
Hey, can you hear me?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you. Just like a doctor, tell you to show up 15 minutes early, 25 minutes late. Goodness gracious.
I hear you. Yes. Okay, we're going live.
It says live on my end, so I don't know.
I had to use the speakers to get those going. But good to go. Welcome, Aly. How are you? How are you today? Well, this is Health Debunked. Everyone tuning in. Health Debunked with Dr. Kosher and Aly now. This is your third week? Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm sure. You know, we have some fan mail to go through in a little bit, and
Oh, do you really?
I haven't read it yet, but my producer told me that there are a couple Aly messages in there, so
Oh, this should be so much fun.
I'll have to see what this is all about.
Oh boy. Well, so what is your explanation for being so late?
It was my producer's fault.
Oh, blame it on her, huh? Okay.
You know, when you work with a bunch of women, things are gonna go wrong quite often.
Oh,
So
shut up. You're taking that doctor persona a little too far, huh?
I'm never wrong.
Of course not. So what's new in your world?
Well, you know, I had a shitty day, quite honestly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I couldn't get to my patients as much as I'd like, and normally, I try to get through 80 a day, and I only did about 60 today, so it was bad. You know, financially, it was really bad.
I would say I'm sorry, but I don't care. So,
Moms get really pissed off when they come to their appointments and then you don't see them, and
oh,
you know, we say come back tomorrow or next week whenever we can schedule you again, and I don't know, they get mad.
well, that's awful. How would you feel if you needed to go get an oil change and you made an appointment and they said, "Oh, we can't see you today. You have to come back next week."
I have people for that.
Of course you do. You probably
Haven't you
just
heard? I have a mansion in Florida, and you know, do you think I actually go get my own oil changed?
Oh, do you know you have a mansion in Florida? That's
I do.
fantastic.
I do. It's beautiful.
Interesting.
That was discovered. You know, I was trying to hide it for a long time, but somebody discovered it this week, and you know, I was a bit humiliated. You know, I thought I was really good at hiding this stuff, but what are you gonna do? People find shit out. You just gotta roll with it.
My God. So is that where you're broadcasting from, Florida? Your mansion?
I can't tell you that.
Oh, okay. Well, you like secret squirrel or something? Other than being a doctor.
We're gonna move on.
Good idea.
So what sort of things in the news you got this week? You know, there's been a lot of talk about the coronavirus, of course.
Right?
One
Which,
of the things that I read that was very interesting in an article today by Wired. That's where everybody goes to for their science resources, Wired magazine.
oh,
But
okay. I didn't know they were a reputable source.
there is an article there, and I'm pulling it up right now. It's an AI epidemiologist sent the first warnings of Wuhan virus, and it's called the Blue Dot algorithm. Scours news reports and airline ticketing data to predict the spread of diseases like those linked to the flu outbreak in China.
Hmm.
Unlike using data like governments use, CDC and WHO and all those, including social media, Blue Dot does not use any of that. They basically scour airline tickets, and their AI can read, can differentiate between, you know, words like what they say down here, like anthrax, for example. It can tell if people are typing about Anthrax, the band, the heavy metal band, or Anthrax outbreak, and then it can
Who
warn
was
people
typing
where
that
the
to,
outbreak is going to happen.
but who was typing that when they're applying or paying for a ticket?
It doesn't have to do with the ticket. The tickets are how they track where the
Oh,
outbreaks occur. So, I mean, to me, this is good news because, for one, we have a better way to predict where the outbreaks are going to occur, and for two, pretty soon nobody's going to be able to get on a plane without being fully up to date.
that's ridiculous. I no. That seems a lot like Minority Report. Have you ever seen that movie? I think that's
They
where
don't
that's
say.
going.
Like, you know what's going to happen? We're going to come into airport. I have, but I'm not surprised that you have. It had Minority in it, so you got to watch it, right?
No,
Wired. So, what about it?
bad at race jokes.
What about the movie?
Keep going.
I don't remember the movie. That was a long time ago.
You don't at all?
Not really. I
Are
remember
you
him
sure?
doing this like on a screen. He was moving things on a screen. You're like,
It's
that's pretty
basically,
cool. That'll never happen.
yeah, but it's basically AI, and it's they predicted if you were going to commit a crime or not, and you were charged based on the prediction,
Oh yeah.
like the
Mhm.
preemptive crime, which is
Yeah.
you haven't committed it yet. So how did you commit a crime? Like, do you know what I mean? So this is
Well, you
where
had some thoughts.
so what? They're your thoughts.
You can't just think about killing people and throat punching them, even though you want to throat punch people. You can't just do it or think
That's
about it.
I think about throw punching people all the time. I don't act on it. It's a totally different thing. I'm cute, but I don't think I look cute in orange and in a jumpsuit. So that's where I draw the line.
Well, you have good skin tone for orange. I disagree. So, but what's going to happen in these airports is people are going to come in, go through the screening process. You know, they'll do their little pat down or whatever they do now at TSA. By the way, I've elected not to do the scanner once, and just because I had read that in Europe they stopped doing that, and that just made me question it. You know, and I was like, all right, well, if they're not using the scanners there, then why are we using them here? So I said, I don't want to use the scanner, and they said, okay, doctor, come over this way, and then two dudes came over and they they moved my wiener and my balls to the side and really inspected me. I didn't know that not using the scanner meant that you would be raped. And who can argue? This is our government, and you know they're looking out for us. So thank you, TSA.
My.
The nap afterwards was amazing.
That is not okay at all.
Well, you know what? I can't say that things haven't happened in my office. You know, it's
Whoa, guy. Do you need to call a lawyer?
no.
Oh, okay.
I'm not saying that things have ever happened. I'm saying I'm pleading the fifth.
Watch your kids, guys. He's a
Pleading the fifth.
TikTok.
No, parents need to stay out in the hallways now or in the
Oh,
waiting room. I'm gonna bring those kids back to my office alone.
nope.
Yeah, that's new rules. No
Nope.
question. We're gonna move on.
Next. So what do you think these airports are gonna end up looking like? Like they're gonna have a nurse or a doctor or somebody standing next to the scanner with taking your blood pressure and your temperature as they pat you down to see if you have, I don't
Well,
know.
I think you need to start carrying your vaccination records with you so that
That's a violation of HIPAA law. Not everybody needs to know that.
we do now. This is a new world. We need to be protected. You
Nope.
know, 30 years ago, we didn't need to be protected from diseases like we do now. This is a much more dangerous world. I mean, everybody was dying 30 years ago, right?
No. Everyone,
We've been
no.
saving everybody's lives. Everybody who has not died was strictly because of vaccination and because of the medical field.
Oh
They're
my,
not dead. That is why.
there's only 16 that we vaccinate for, 16 viruses and illnesses that we vaccinate for. There are like 4,000. And they all the micro.
There's a lot more coming.
No, it's
So
not.
in a perfect world, let's say, 'cause I know your stance on vaccines, that they're hoogie boogie, whatever, nonsense. If they worked, what would you like to see a vaccine do?
That's actually a really good question. Not have side effects that like kill kids and
No side effect. This is a perfect world. Vaccine
danger.
exactly as it's told. It puts the lotion on its skin, whatever. It does as it's told.
The whole point is choice. Like it should matter whether or not you
That's
want
not
to
the point.
inject something foreign into your body.
What would you want a vaccine to do if it did what you wanted it to do?
It wouldn't. Vaccinations will never be able to do what natural immunity can do, what the natural body can do. You're playing God when you vaccinate.
Well, I would want a vaccine that took care of ear hair because that is one thing I don't understand why this needs to happen. Why, as you get
Ear?
older, you, hair is growing on your ears. There's no point. So if we had a vaccine that eliminated ear hair, I would take it, even if there were side effects. If they come out with that right now, hit me, hit me.
That's
Right?
insane. You would probably end up going bald on your head, but you'd have no ear hair. And you'd probably develop like some kind of irritable bowel syndrome or like bleed from your eyes or something.
Some things are worth the risk.
Oh my God.
I wouldn't do it first. I would, I'd let some of my patients try it out first.
You're such a hero, Doc.
Hey, look, I wear the coat. I make the money. These are just cattle that come in, But
Wow. You actually used the right word because they do say herd immunity. So, but I identify as fully vaccinated and so do my kids. So we don't apply to those rules.
you identify as fully vaccinated.
Yes.
I caught that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Isn't it? Now, forever.
All right.
That's not what my vaccine record says. I identify as otherwise.
I can neither confirm nor deny that is true or not. So, do you want to get to the fan mail?
Sure. Let's do it.
You want to hear some of these?
Mm,
All right. Going to go in order.
I'm a little
Complete
nervous.
random order by real people. All right, dear Dr. K, you suck.
What exactly?
You know, she couldn't even take the time, Bridget, to spell out you. She had to just use the letter U.
Oh, it was faster. Maybe she's a quick typer. She's busy. She has stuff to do.
She's a bitch.
Oh, maybe she might be. I like those characteristics.
Kosher. That's how they address me. Kosher.
Ooh, he didn't even call you doctor. Uh-oh.
Kosher. For someone who made it through medical school, you don't know much about health. Danny.
Your face. Are you big mad or little mad?
I don't think we're gonna do fan mail anymore because so far it sucks.
No, you don't like being
Klausen.
called out. That's right.
Klausen. Now we're on a first name basis with random strangers. Klausen.
Yeah. Well,
Klausen, fuck you. You're
oh,
patient. All my patients got together and wrote that. Is that what I'm supposed to believe?
these are great.
Dr. Kosher. All right, it's addressed correctly. We'll see. Dr. Kosher.
Hopeful.
I thoroughly enjoy your show. Nothing makes me feel better about myself than watching that disaster, and especially you make a fool of yourself and Western medicine. Thank you for being even better than an episode of Cops to improve my own self-esteem. But hey, at least you have a shirt and a beautiful lab coat. Jody.
Burn. Do you feel that?
Dr. Kosher. Less you, more Aly.
Oh,
Jared. Jared apparently likes Aly. Great.
okay. Hi, Jared. Thank you.
Thanks for the love note, Jared. I wonder if that's a Subway Jared. It didn't surprise me.
Oh, Jared from Subway.
Yeah.
Doesn't he do a different commercial now? Isn't it something else? Or did he stop
No, I
that?
think he's in jail for child porn.
Yeah, that's right. Oh my God, that's scary. Ew, I don't like that, Jared.
Pretty sure that's who this is.
No.
Dr. K. Boobies. Yes. Josh.
What? Well, they were feeding a baby, so calm down.
Josh didn't mind. Dearest Dr. Kosher, I've been a longtime patient of yours and I've obeyed your every suggestion and demand. I'm now unable to use my legs, and I'm certain it has nothing to do with the flu shot I received 3 days prior, correct?
Oh,
If it does, I'd still get the flu shot if you told me to, because who am I to question your expertise? After all, I'm merely a lady patient, hardly able to think for myself. I love you. Keep up the great work while I try to regain feelings in my legs. Love, Lalinia.
I feel like you wrote that one.
Nope, she did.
There's strong speculation. That sounds like Guillain-Barré syndrome. Come on now. Which is listed in the flu shot manufacturers.
You know, it was a coincidence. Stop your speculation and your lies.
Oh,
Why
so
do you
it's
lie, Ashley? Always lie.
Guillain-Barré-like syndrome. Is that what? Does that better? Does that fit?
A what? I missed it.
Guillain-Barré-like syndrome. Is that
That's
better?
more appropriate. Yeah.
That poor patient of yours.
K-Man. Got another one here. K-Man.
Hey.
More tits, less switch. No, less twitch. More tits, less twitch. Roberto. You know.
Oh boy.
Dr. Kosher. Fuck you. David. Dr. Kosher. You're not intelligent. You have a horse face and I hate you. Alicia.
Ouch.
So, you know what? We're going to end the fan mail section right now because
Are you big mad or little mad?
I don't know. What is it? Is that a gallon of water? What is it?
Um, Actually, I think it's
The
20
size
ounces.
of your upper body.
No, it's not. I do it on purpose because I want you to read that. Stand for health freedom.
Well,
Got
it's
it?
pretty appropriate to show something like that where it says stand when one of my patients just wrote saying she can't stand anymore.
Yeah, well, that's because you keep recommending a flu shot. That
You have
doesn't
no
cover the flu.
compassion.
Hey, I have a question for you. Are you ready? I have a riddle. Are you ready? How much flu could the flu shot kill if the flu shot could kill flu?
All of it.
None of it.
All of
Gives
it.
patient Guillain-Barré-like syndrome.
Kills it every time.
Yeah, the patient maybe of sepsis and other upper respiratory infection.
Look, you can't give it to a baby who's under 6 months old, but at 6 months, it's time.
Oh God.
Time to stop this delaying of protecting others.
You know, there are
Stop
other
it.
things you can
Don't want
do
the
other
flu
than
shot.
protect yourself, right? You do know this,
What?
like hand washing and clean water.
It's been proven that hand washing is not as effective as
Do you know why that's not effective? Because 50% of you doctors don't do it right.
That's correct.
Right, exactly.
Our bathrooms
Sneezing
are
your elbow,
actually
not
quite gross.
What'd you say? I was talking.
Our bathrooms in the hospital or in our clinics, they're pretty nasty. I'll admit that.
Ugh. That's gross. See, no, don't go. Nope.
Did you finger wag me like
I
this?
did. I finger wagged you so hard. Finger wag. Yes.
You
I
can be
have,
manipulated.
I have a question for you, actually. Let me see if I can find it. So, what are your thoughts on about Dr. Charles Lieber? Do you know who that is?
I do. He's a great professor from Harvard, right?
Yes. Did you know that he was arrested today?
Yes, I heard that.
And you have no thoughts whatsoever. He has connections to this Wuhan virus that's going around in China, and someone that worked with him was arrested and stole like 21 vials of sensitive biological samples. How do you feel about that?
Well, I don't think theft is good at any point. So that guy needs to, we got to catch that guy. As for the Harvard professor, I mean, this is how the industry works. All right, it's been working like this for a long time. He unfortunately got caught, but there's a lot of people out there who, pocket things on the side, who do illegal operations with other countries, and it's expected. That's what scientists do. That's what doctors do. This is how we make our money. This actually seeing patients and all that. That's how we keep the lights on. That's not where we make our cash, baby.
You don't think that that's conflict of interest, like by a lot?
Oh, do you think that we care?
Obviously, you don't. You should, though. And that's why the regulatory systems and these agencies need to be held accountable. You guys need to be held accountable for these dirty things you do. Otherwise, it's never going to change, and nothing and no one is safe. But yet, you keep
Look,
throwing
I
names
haven't
at
heard
people.
anything. I have not heard anything about him in an official CDC press release. So I have really no comment.
The CDC is not going to do a press release on a doctor that no,
DOD,
that's not what
the
they do.
DOD got this guy.
The FBI.
The DOD.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at it right now. Federal agents. They're not specific. So okay, we'll go with that. You win.
See? You guys have answers with your facts all wrong again. DOD.
Not specific. That's what I said. It's not specific. DOD, Department of Justice, FBI, federal agent.
Is it like non-binary? Does that mean
Ew.
we don't know how we feel sexually? We're non-binary, or does that mean like I don't know. I can't keep the terms straight.
I don't know. Non-binary. I have no idea. I don't think that means either one. You don't identify as either.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
No, I don't think so either. That's weird. But to each their own, I guess.
I guess so. I'm just, I like words. Non-binary seems like it doesn't make sense. Kind of seems like a double negative to me.
Well, binary means two. You have two. So like you
Right.
have right. Non-binary would be like there isn't two. I mean, it does sound weird when you explain it.
See?
Yeah, it's strange. I'm like over here trying to explain it. I'm like, wait a minute, no, that doesn't make okay, whatever, you win.
But yes, what's his name?
I,
Lieber.
I, you know what? I'm going to use that though. I'm going to say that I identify as non-binary vaccinated.
Well, you really got our balls in a pinch then, don't you? If you're identifying as something, we can't really say anything against that.
Yes, no, you can't. So I win. Haha.
Well, pretty soon we're gonna.
How bad at this. I thought when we started this, you were going to whoop my butt. It's not working.
Well, did you just have 18 letters telling you that you suck and for you to,
Oh, do you need a hug? Maybe you should go get Mark. Where's Mark?
more more tits, less twitch? That one was hurtful.
Well, why? Because you twitch? I think it's because
I
of all
have
your.
normal reactions to flu vaccines. They're normal reactions. I don't have twitches. That's insulting.
I'm so sorry you feel that way. I really think you need to get checked out by someone that's not, in your inner circle. Like,
What, like a holistic doctor?
sure, naturopath maybe?
Ooh, an acupuncturist? Another quack?
Sure. Acupuncturist is not a quack guy. Come
Quack.
on. Oh
And
no.
Scooby-Doo? Is Scooby-Doo gonna help me too?
Scooby-Doo? I mean, maybe. He'll definitely pull the masks off these people that are lying to you that you need 20 flu vaccines. Jeez. Hey, so did you happen to hear that James Lyons Wilder actually looked through the coronavirus DNA sequence and found that it was
James Lionweiler.
yeah, Lyons
Son of a
Wilder.
bitch. I know that guy.
He actually looked through the DNA sequence of the coronavirus and found that there was something that was an anomaly, not necessarily an anomaly, but it didn't fit right, and it was lab created.
Well, it could have nothing to do with that professor from Harvard being over there and being involved. That's
Oh, sure it
coincidence.
does. Not a coincidence.
Coincidence. I know where you're going with this. It's like when
No,
somebody gets the MMR and passes out, then obviously it has something to do with the MMR. No, it's coincidence.
obviously. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to notice that.
Doctors don't notice it.
Obviously,
No,
because you're not geniuses.
it doesn't happen.
There's something wrong with y'all. Y'all,
We
you
are
guys
paid
have like
to notice things.
have this weird, like it's almost like what is that? Stockholm syndrome to the pharmaceutical companies. They take you into their schools, they give you the books that you're supposed to read that they make and write, okay? And then they make you pay thousands of dollars. You go into debt, thousands of dollars just to get PhD, MD behind your name. And it ain't worth shit because you don't learn shit. The WHO, the head of the WHO actually said that doctors only get a half day if they're lucky on vaccination. So
Yeah, but we get a lot of vacation days for the year. So
yeah, so you're
you
gonna
have
make
to weigh the good with the bad. It's a yin yang, really.
You're so amazing. I can't.
I think my mom had that shirt like in 1975.
Yeah, well, I like it. Vintage is amazing. Hey, so I have a challenge for you.
Okay,
Are you ready?
hit me.
Do you I would if I yeah. Do you happen to have Lysol or Clorox wipes near you?
I do not.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to give you a lesson today. Are you ready?
Hit me.
So-
Yes.
Okay, so if you even if you're not, I'm gonna do it anyway, because whatever. So if you take a look at the back, right? It has all these like words here. This is
They're nonsense words.
and nonsense word. Just
Nobody
kidding.
reads those.
Obviously, because if they read it, they would be like, oh my gosh. Okay, so listen. So
It's
on
like
here,
essentially like having a vaccine insert on the back of a can. Nobody.
that's exactly it. So on here it says use Lysol disinfectant spray every day to kill common illness causing germs on hard non-porous surfaces, right? So under that it lists all the things that it's supposed to kill, and there's like a bunch, but the ones that popped out at me were Bordetella pertussis, which is whooping cough. We have a vaccine for that. The other one that caught my eye was
Portobello?
Bordetella, whooping
Oh,
cough, pertussis.
not,
Um,
not mushroom coughs.
no, crazy. What do you eat mushrooms? Are you one of those doctors too that like gets high in their own supply kind of stuff? I don't think
What?
that's legal here in Florida.
Mushrooms
But it
as
popped out. But so it has like avian flu, influenza A, influenza B, human coronavirus, RSV. We don't have a vaccine for that, but we do for all of the influenzas, including H1N1, and yeah, which is swine flu, right? Remember that one, the one that was going to kill like the whole world when it came
Yeah,
out.
it was like 2009. It's super scary. Very,
Oh my
very frightening time in our country.
But Lysol could have saved your ass. Okay, so listen. Then there's
What are you
rotavirus.
gonna do? Spray Lysol everywhere and all over your body every day?
No, you don't spray it on your body. But this is my point. It also has poliovirus type 1 on here. Okay, so why the hell are we vaccinating? Why are people calling these diseases, illnesses, vaccine preventable when vaccines are not the only way to prevent these illnesses? Well, you have to wash your hands and clean down the surfaces. It's not that serious. Stop it.
I think you're mistaken.
Oh, okay. Okay.
What about the poor kids who
Okay.
don't have Lysol, don't have a chance to protect themselves?
We live in
I went to it's on a different subject, but I went to a meeting this week of a town in Wisconsin. It's going to sound ridiculous that it's pronounced like this, but it really is pronounced like this. Oregon. You think they would say Oregon because it's spelled like Oregon, but in Wisconsin they'll say Oregon. So I went to Oregon for this meeting about fluoridation in the water. And obviously we need to keep fluoridation in the water.
Oh no.
So there were dentists there, giving the board their expertise, and then you had the quacks who came up to talk and give their point of view that fluoride's toxic and you can't control. It's supposed to be it used to be 1.1 parts per million, but they found out that was too much, and that was just a few years ago, and now it's supposed to be 0.7 parts per million. So they're reducing it, yet they're saying it's not good enough. You got to just take it out of the water.
Right.
They're never accounting for the poor people who want the fluoride and they can't afford it otherwise. So we need to give it to everybody in order to protect everyone.
That doesn't make any sense. Okay, so first of all,
Same as vaccines. There's so many people who can't afford them, so we need to make them more affordable and free and mandated for everyone, just like we're mandating fluoride for everyone.
no. Okay. No. So two things. There's two different kinds of fluoride. There's calcium fluoride, and then there's sodium fluoride. Sodium fluoride is the fluoride that they're putting in toothpaste and the fluoride that they're putting in the water. Calcium fluoride is the fluoride that's good for you, but nobody uses it. Okay. That's the first point. The second point is, so you have, let's say, this one person, right, out of a billion people that is immunocompromised and can't be vaccinated or can't be vaccinated. Why won't the pharmaceutical companies just treat that one person, make a product just for that one specific person? No, because that's not
That costs
that's
too
not a
much
business
money.
model. It's not a good business model because you're
Right.
only touching one person. Instead, you want to force the entire rest of the population for that one person. No, guy, we get it. It's all a business model. It's all marketing, and you guys
It's
suck at it.
it's because we love you.
No,
You
you
just
don't.
don't
You love
realize
the
it.
money. You love the
Yeah, we
money.
make some money on it, but ultimately it's our morals, our moral compass are driving us to do what's best for everybody, even if people don't want it.
Caca. That's what I have to say.
Caca?
Yes.
Is that what happens in Puerto Rico when you're upset? Caca?
This is the sign for bullshit. Okay, that's what it is.
Oh, I thought you were tickling balls.
No, guy. Yes, you're so. What is wrong with you? No children should be allowed alone with you in your office. I haven't
I
seen
don't
you on TikTok, by the way. I make sure that you don't do anything inappropriate because I'm ready to report you in a heartbeat.
You want some TikTok action? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, don't twist my word.
I'm gonna start.
Listen,
I'm in.
you twerk for Merc too? Okay, good job.
I can point and things can pop up. It sucks here because nothing pops up when I point. But
Right. You gotta dance for Pfizer. There you
that's
go.
why we gotta use TikTok.
Okay.
Aly, it's been an awful experience this week. Thank you for joining anyway.
You're welcome.
I guess we'll see you next week if you're woman enough to stick around.
Always. Superwoman, baby. I got this.
Have a good week.
You
Bye.
too. Bye.